Consider the lilies, how they grow. They toil not, they spin not. And yet I say unto you that Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. If then God so clothed the grass which is today in the field and tomorrow is cast into the oven, how much more will he clothe you, O ye of little faith? And seek not ye what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, neither be ye of doubtful mind. For all these things do the nations of the world seek after, and your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things. But rather seek ye the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Sell that ye have, and give alms. Provide yourselves bags which wax not old, a treasure in the heavens that faileth not, where no thief approacheth, neither moth corrupteth. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. And seek not ye what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, neither be ye of doubtful mind. For all these things do the nations of the world seek after, and your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things. But rather seek ye the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutation, hopeful elect out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds. In the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. And what I want to get into this morning, as we know, all right, prophecy is lit in the earth, as we've been going over things and what's happening in real time. All right, you have World War III, tensions at an all-time high, all right, dealing with Russia, which is the bear, Gog and Magog, and the Medes, spoken of in prophecy, and they're, stepping into their role, all right, towards the end game of this kingdom. All right, you have the MOTB pretty much, being made, mainstream. And what Esau likes to do, he likes to joke about things, before he really brings it. Matter of fact, let me just play this real quick, and the name of the lesson is show, tell and show, because you got the saying in the world, show and tell. Well, the Most High tells, all right, then he shows, and it comes from some precepts I was reading in the book of Isaiah, chapter 48, which we're gonna get. But let me get this little clip real quick, all right, about what's being spoken of, all right, in mainstream, even as a joke, all right. Share this again. We know if it gets glued to your arm, it's the mark of the beast. Listen, hey, would you take the mark if you could have your cell phone inside your body? No. Never have to call. Take the mark. Take the mark for Grammy right now. I knew something could be better. That's I'm rewinding now. We know this to we know if it gets glued to your arm. Now, this is that little show on MTV called Ridiculousness, which is like a little comedy prank, bloopers show. But this is what they're talking about, man, because prophecy is here. You know, you can't deny it anymore. You can't explain it away. You can't, try to make it something that it ain't. It's here now. All right. Prophecy is giving people a reality check, you know, and the Most High told us of these things. Now he's showing. All right.
We know if it gets glued to your arm, it's the mark of the beast. Hey, would you take the mark if you could have your cell phone inside your body?
No.
Never have to call.
Take the mark. Take the mark for a Grammy right now. I knew something could be brought up to the She thanked Mark and is that this beat?
Shit. I'd like to first of all thank the devil. We know if it gets glued to your arm, it's the mark of the beast. Listen. Hey, would you take the mark if you could have your cell phone inside your body?
No.
Never have to call.
Take the mark. Take the mark for a Grammy right now. I knew something could be brought up to the She thanked Mark and is that this beat?
Shit. I'd like to first of all thank the devil.
So there you have it, man. You know, they're making light of it, but they're speaking of the MOTB, on just regular, shows now. All right. They trying to make light of it, but that's what Esau does. He has made light, of Satanism. He has made light of the alphabet people. He has made light of pedophilia. He has made light, all right, of women being out of order. He has made light of degenerate niggas, and he does these things. He makes it a joke and something cute, and then he pushes it mainstream. All right, and next thing you know, the masses are conditioned to accept it, man. The masses are conditioned to accept it. So this is what this man, wants to bring. Now, I'm gonna see if the brother, if he got anything else on there. All right, because we know. All right, lockdowns are coming. All right, let's see what he says. Let this one go into.
One more. Let's see what it is. The virus won. It's over. The virus won. No longer makes sense to think we'll beat the virus with more transmissible but less lethal strains. It's endemic. We should start to treat it like the flu, or we could continue to freak out with every news release. Buy into any of that?
I agree. Don't freak out.
Right.
I agree. One day it can and should be like the flu. And the flu, the flu takes some lives too. The flu's not nothing, but the flu can be controlled. We all get our flu shots and life goes on. I do believe that's ultimately what's going to happen with COVID. That's what our doctors say, our leadership here. But I'll tell you something. I would disagree on one level. Focus on the way to get to that point. Endemic does not need to mean paralyzing. Endemic does not need to mean it dominates our lives. Right now, COVID's dominating our lives. I want to put COVID in the background. The flu, you didn't wake up 2 years ago and say, oh my God, I'm so worried about the flu, right?
Right.
You went down to the pharmacy, you got a flu shot.
People want to lead their lives. I
And
mean,
they
the hard
can
thing,
again.
I feel it here in New York City. By the
Yeah.
way, I'm from Philadelphia, so it's not like I live in a rural area. But I feel it in every block that I walk in New York City. But if I were in the middle part of the country with you, I don't think we'd see masks. I don't think we'd be showing our vax cards anywhere. So I come back to that point where unless everybody's on the same page in the country, we're kind of
And
screwed.
you know how you get on the same page? People have to lead. So look, I believe with enough leadership, enough mandates, we're going to get a hell of a lot more people vaccinated. The more people vaccinated, the more we actually make the transition to a time when COVID is in the background, not the foreground. And we know these mandates work, and we know people respond. Look, human beings are pretty predictable. If you say your paycheck depends on it, or your ability to enjoy life and go do the things you want to do, people will make the practical decision overwhelmingly, and they'll go get vaccinated. But we aren't pushing hard enough. We got to go farther.
One more. Let's see what it is.
He said they ain't pushing hard enough. They got to go farther, man. All right. So this man is going to get ready to come down with their great wrath and see all these things that we're watching and seeing and that's being shown is written of in the scriptures, man. All right. So I just want to show them too, but let's get into these precepts, man. You know, we here, man. All right. It's finna get down to the gritty. All right. We finna be in the trenches of prophecy, man. That's a lesson within itself, you know. If a brother, you know, can make sure they put it in the comment board after this lesson so I can remember, you know. But yeah, we finna get in the trenches of prophecy, man. You know, everything, you know, spoken of, all right, is finna be in effect real time. All right. So let's get on. So when you go to Isaiah chapter 48, you know, the Spirit had me kind of reading into this yesterday. And it just made me think of now, all right, the times that we're in now. All right, so we're going to start at verse 3. Let me blow this up a little more. All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 48, verse 3. And it says, I have declared the former things from the beginning, and they went forth out of my mouth, and I showed them, I did them suddenly, and they came to pass. You see that? So Yahweh Shema Shai declared the former things from the beginning, because even before the flood, that was declared before that happened. All right. And what did the Most High say? And they went forth out of my mouth. All right. And I showed them, and I did them suddenly, and they came to pass. So the Most High always been about speaking it and then doing it. That's how he gets down. You know, that's how Yahweh Shema Shai operates within the earth, speaking it through prophets, all right, and then bringing it to pass. Because the mouthpiece of Yahweh Shema Shai is the prophets, man. And when you get Hosea 12 and 10, all right, this Hosea 12 and 10 says, I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. You see that? So he would always utilize the prophets to speak, all right, and showcase what he would do. You see, all we're doing is being heralds for what's to come. We're being heralds for Yahushua. We're telling the earth what Yahushua will do when he comes. We're telling you Jacob's trouble. We're telling you famines, war. All right? This is nothing new. This is how the Most High gets down in the earth. Through his prophets, man. And people take light of the prophets. But this has always been the duty of a prophet, man, to tell before the Most High shows. You see? Because it ain't about us being right. It's the prophecies that's right. We're just speaking the prophecies of Yahweh Shema Shai. It says the prophets, the Jeremiah 28:8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war, of evil, all right, and of pestilence, all right, of war, of evil, and of pestilence, man. And what are the main topics, all right, that we're speaking of? War, World War III. Evil, all right, Jacob's trouble, all right, evil goes into bad times, Eve times ill bad, All right, evil. You see, and pestilence, and isn't the talk of these, diseases and these things going around, sicknesses. All right. So we're doing nothing new. We're just doing what our forefathers did of old. Before the Assyrian captivity, hey, the Most High raised up prophets to tell the northern kingdom. Before the Babylonian kingdom, the Most High raised up prophets to tell, all right, the southern kingdom. All right. Even in the wilderness, Moses prophesied what? Of the transatlantic slave trade. Didn't it come to pass? You see? Most High always tells, then shows, man. That's it. That's how you get down. Let's go from there. Let's get Isaiah 46. Like you had that that so-called Jew come out there yesterday to the camp, which he probably could, he stayed around for a minute at the camp. Brother was talking to him, and he might have been a Jake. Tell him, he had a little, flavor to him. He's kind of attracted to the brothers, but yeah, man, he's pretty much, he was in this spirit of, well, he hoped things get better, and this and that, but prophecy don't speak about things getting better. All right, we deal with the timeline of prophecy, which is reality. Everything else is pretty much just emotions. You see, this is Isaiah 46:9 said, "Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning and from the ancient times of things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure." All right, declaring the end from the beginning. All right, let's get an example of that. Him declaring the end from the beginning. We always go to it, because even you go to Second Psalms, it's speaking of right now. You go to the Second Psalms, which was a book that was written, almost 3,000 years ago. It's speaking of right now. When you go to Psalms 2:1, it says, "Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?" Now, you go to this word rage in the Hebrew, all right, which I believe is ragash. All right. Why do the heathen rage? And isn't like we just seen with Mayor Bill de Blasio, well, whatever that nigga name is, de Blasio, but the mayor of New York, you see, he was making a big commotion about what? People getting juiced up. All right. So you go in the Hebrew words for gosh, it says to be in a tumult or commotion. Now, doesn't Esau Edom have the world in a commotion right now? All right. And then what does it say? To conspire, to plot. All right. So all these people talking about conspiracy theories. Well, the word conspire, all right, which is mean inspired and con. So that just means with inspiration. Doesn't Esau Edom have inspiration for NWO? All right. He's conspiring. These other nations that don't lead with him, they're conspiring for a one world government, one world currency, and a one world religion under Satan. All right. Aren't they moving with inspiration to do that? That's what the word conspire means. So how is it conspiracy theory when they're doing it? But these things were spoken of. See, when you tap into prophecy, when you deal with the narrative of prophecy, everything makes sense, man. All right. So let's go from there. Let's keep reading. Psalms 2:2 said, "The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh," because this is an anti-Messiah, all right, kingdom that they want to establish. All right, this new world order is based on what? Anti-Messiah, all right, standards. You see, that's why when the new world order, the woman is out of order, the man, is in that metrosexual, passive spirit, which is complete opposite. The children bugged out, trans this and trans that. You see, This is him conspiring against Yahweh Bashem Al Shah, man, conspiring against righteousness. It says, and against his anointed, saying, all right, which is the people, all right, especially those that believe, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us, because this man wants nothing to do with righteousness. He looks at righteousness as oppression. See, someone that is wicked, they look at righteousness as oppression. And that thought process begins with Esau Edom. You know, a man that doesn't want to submit, all right, to the standards of the scriptures, he looks at as oppression. You know, man, I can't, and nigga told me, man, I can't go without getting no line. See, he looks at it as oppression. Because why? The Edomites, beginning with the top bankers, they look at it as oppression. So they're like, look, we're gonna cast away their cords from us, man, which is the standard, man, a righteous standard. You see? Verse 4 says, he that sitteth in the heaven shall laugh, the Lord shall have them in derision, then shall he speak unto them in his wrath. See, now the Most High is laughing at Esau scrambling, trying to set up this new world order. It's a joke to the Most High because he has already spoken what's going to be. He said, then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, World War III, the return of Yahushua, and vex them in his sore displeasure. And vex them in his sore displeasure. All right, he's going to show his anger towards the society and the earth through judgment, man. And then what's going to happen? Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion, which is Yahushua. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. It says, I will declare the decree. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Al Shah have said unto me, thou art my son. Now this is going all the way back to the beginning. You see how he pretty much summed up what was going on right now in the end game, was putting Yahushua, all right, on the throne of the earth, establishing the throne of David in the earth. But now he's going to go way back to the beginning when he brought forth Yahushua. All right. It says, I will declare the decree. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Al Shah said unto me, thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. So this is the Heavenly Father bringing forth Yahushua, speaking him into existence. And what did he say? Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the othermost parts of the earth for thy possession. And that's going to what? Him establishing his king, all right, in Zion. So the Most High gave us a synopsis of what was going on from Psalms 2 and Psalms the second chapter, verses 1 through 6. All right, pretty much summed up what was going on now and what was going to be the end of it. But then he goes all the way back to when he brought forth Yahushua, and he told Yahushua these things. You see? So the Most High is doing what? He's telling, and then he's showing, man. Verse 9, it says, thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel, man. You see that? And that's going to go to their harsh captivity for these heathens, you know, when Yahushua establishes their righteous throne of David in the earth in the name of his father, man. Now, let's go back to Isaiah. Let's get Isaiah 44:7. Start there. I see. I'm just waiting to see how these other accounts gonna try to play this off, man. They talk otherwise, you know, dealing with this MOTB. I'm anxious to see how they gonna try to play this off, man. You know, it's Isaiah 44:7. It said, "Who as I, all right, shall call and shall declare it and set it in order for me, since I appointed the ancient people and the things that are coming and shall come, let them show unto thee." So the Most High is always issuing that challenge of, well, you let these other people and deities show you what's to come, and then make it come to pass. All right, because that's how the Most High separates itself from all these false deities and doctrines, is what? Prophecy. It says, fear you not, neither be ye afraid. Have I not told thee from that time? All right, and have declared it. Ye are even my witnesses. Is there a power beside me? Yeah, there is no God. I know not any. So the Most High, like, ain't no other power. All right. That's why you don't see no other entity able to tell you what's to come and then make it happen. You see? No other entity is able to do that. All right. So the Most High separated itself through prophecy, man. Let's get this, man. Let Egypt tide to show you what's to come. Let Islam show you what's to come. Let Christianity tell you what's to come, man. You know, 5%ers, the Moors, the Shriners, Masons. Let them niggas tell you what's to come. They can't do it. All right. There's only one doctrine, and you have to be in the spirit to really go into the cracks and crevices of what's happening, man. All right, now let's get to Ezekiel chapter 12. Now let's get Ezekiel 12. Because see, now we in the time of action, man. This is Ezekiel 12 and 22 says, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying the days are prolonged and every vision faileth? All right, because people take that, you know, because you can imagine, even going back to Noah, you know how redundant Noah had to be, you know, for prophesying 120 years, you know, about the flood. All right. Do you know how numb people got to Noah's teaching because he kept saying it and it didn't happen right then? You know, and that's how the Most High pretty much set people up, all right, to be caught like a thief in the night, as the scriptures say, by bringing the prophets out way beforehand, because the apostles and the elders, their elders been out here for decades, man. You see, saying the same thing, and life been going on. You know, niggas been winning Super Bowls, scoring 81 points. All right, niggas put their arm in the rim, but here it is. The prophets is out prophesying, and things are going on as usual. So people get numb to the prophecies, and what happened? Prophecies walk them down, and prophecies walk right up on them, man, and they are unawares. You see, but that's how the Most High wanted. He only want his elect, all right, to be in the know, and everyone else to be taken. This is Ezekiel 12 and 23 said, Tell them therefore, thus said the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. The days are at hand, and the effect of every vision, man. Let's get that word effect. See, to give us something. Because these prophecies or visions, you know, given to our forefathers, all right, the prophets, and had them scribed, all right, and now we're reading it, you know. So we're reading visions of our forefathers. So now we're finna be in the effect of every vision. I like that word, the bar. All right, the Hebrew word, the bar. All right. It says the words, yep. The effect of every vision, which is the words, because what these visions were scribed. All right. So the word speaking, all right, words, saying, utterance. You see that? So now we in the time of the effect of every word that's written that hasn't happened yet. You know, and the two major things is this Third World War, which is mainstream. All right. And what else, man? The MOTB, which is now mainstream. All right. Can't get around it. You know what I'm saying? You can't explain away prophecy when it's happening in real time, man. All right. You can't be a naysayer against the famine when you in the famine. All right. You can't be a naysayer against chaos when you in the midst of chaos. Can't be a naysayer of World War III when you've been drafted and now you in Syria, goddamn, you know, and Qatar some damn where. All right. They said this is Ezekiel 12 and 24. It said, for there shall be no more any vision nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. See, all these little cute sermons that Jake loved to do, you know, these from these pork chop pastors to Jake that's within Israel, all these little cute sermons that they love to do, feel good, you know, you know, exalt the vanity, all right, a dance off between the men and the sisters. See, all this old silly shit, that's finna be through. All right, people finna be hurt. The Most High finna intervene in a major way in the earth, man. We talking about the worst time ever. That was written of. You see, let's get that, and then we'll come back. We brought this out yesterday. Like I say that that so-called Jews out there, you know, and he was like, I don't think this the worst time ever. Well, that's how his emotions don't want it to be the worst time ever. We dealing with what's written, all right, what's being told in the scriptures, because that's what the Most High is going to, all right, that's the script he sticks to. See, the Most High sticks to the script, you know. The brother can put that precept in Psalms, you know, he put his word above his name, you know. This is Matthew. Oh, yeah, it's like I'm gonna go 24. All right, these are the times we coming into, man. No matter how you feel, what you think, you know, you give a damn about the things you want to do in life you ain't did yet. The Most High don't work on that time schedule. All right, He works according to His will, according to His word, man. You know, because everything is for a appointed time. All right. Now this is Matthew 24 and 21. It said, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world. All right, to this time, nor ever shall be. The worst time ever, man. All right, the absolute worst time ever since the earth has been created is the times we're coming into, man. All right, that's why we need to be locked into our power more than ever. We need obedience and mercy. All right, more than ever, man. All right. This is Daniel 12 and 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, all right, which standeth for the children of thy people. And Michael is what? One of the top ranking archangels. All right. Which lets you know that the spiritual realm will have to intervene in the affairs in the earth because of how bad it's going to be. But he's going to stand up for the children of thy people, which is who? Israel. And at this time frame, the elect of Israel. All right, those, all right, allotted, you know, to be delivered. It says, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered. Everyone shall be found, all right, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And those are those predestined. You see, the salvation is already written. It's already told about. The elect is already predestined to be delivered. And one thing I know, if you of the elect, the Most High is going to manipulate your life for you to be delivered. Because He don't care about our emotions, man. You know, if we of the elect, and let's say there's something that we attach to that needs to be removed or needs to be cut out, even if we don't have the strength to do it, if we of the elect, the Most High gonna intervene and do it. You see, His elect gonna get saved. If you're written, He gonna make some moves. All right, to what? Fulfill His word, man. Because the elect is already written. You know. Now that doesn't mean we wild out, you know, and just hope that we are the elect and that we're gonna be good anyway. No, we still gotta do what we gotta do, and we serve Yahweh Shema Shah with fear and trembling, man. We still gotta treat this thing like it's a tryout for a team, man, and we want to stand out, all right, to Yahweh Shema Shah, you know, to be, you know, noticed and have favor, man. You know, we want to be in that what they call pick me spirit. You know, the elect men should be in this, the hopeful elect should be in that spirit of pick me. I'm doing everything I can to be observed and to be noticed by Yahweh by Shema Shai, you know. But let's just say there is something that we're weak in and we can't overcome it. All right, guess what? If we of the elect, the Most High gonna intervene Himself and start moving things around, man. All right. This is Ephesians 1:3 says, "Blessed be the power and Father of our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who have blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places in Yahweh Shai, according as He have chosen us before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before Him in love." So the elect were predestined to be blameless, man. And He was put His spirit on the elect to be obedient, to humble down, all right, to strive for righteousness, to be unmovable. You see, it says, having predestined us unto the adoption of children by Yahweh Shai HaMashiach to Himself, according to the good pleasure of His will, man. You see, so now he's been speaking, he's been telling about the elect. Now He's finna show, because the scriptures say, "Then shall they know who are my chosen," right? All right. Yeah, the brother put that. Yep, it's the brother Awalam of War. All right, Psalms 138:2. It says, "I will worship toward thy holy temple and praise thy name for thy love and kindness and for thy truth. For thou hast magnified thy word above all thy name." And that shows you that what? That the Most High is going to stick, all right, to the script of His word. You know, because that's what he bases His name on. He is. What is His name? Yahweh. He is. And how does He prove that He is? By executing His word. That's how His name is magnified, through Him executing the words, you know, of the script. You see? Let's go to that in the blue letter. See what the word magnified goes into. See, does that give us some? All right. The word magnified. Psalms. All right, this Psalms 138:2. It says, "I will worship toward thy holy temple and praise thy name for thy love and kindness and for thy truth. For thou hast magnified thy word above all thy name." So let's get that word. All right, because we know the word goes to what? To the bar, which is the effect. All right, the effect. But let's see what it says for magnified. Like that word gadol. All right, the Hebrew word is gadol. All right. All right. It says, which is to grow. And see, prophecy has grown in the earth. that's heavy. Prophecy has grown in the earth. You know, because you take it back to when the apostles and elders first started street teaching. You know, look how much prophecy has grown in the earth. Look how much Israel, all right, the knowledge of Israel has grown. Look how much World War III has grown. You know, the MOTB has grown, the technology for it, the infrastructure for it, it has grown since this word has been going forth, man. All right. It says to become great or important. Yeah, this prophecy is becoming very important now. See, in the 90s, you know, you gonna have to worry about making the decision, all right, about taking the MOTB. You didn't have to worry about the threats of World War III. Your decision making really didn't have to be based on prophecy. All right, you can make decisions like the 80s, the 90s. You can make decisions based on forwarding yourself in this society. You know, but now prophecy is important. Now prophecy has become important now, to the point where, hey, if you take this, because there's people that have got their juice, and that's irreversible now. See, it's important to know that Esau Edom is the devil. All right, that the Bible speaks of. It's important to know that now, because now people that have trusted this man find themselves in a horrible condition, man. In a horrible condition. The people that have trusted this man find themselves in a very horrible decision, in a predicament, man. So now prophecy is very important. You see, as a man, all these philosophies and religions that our people was into, Jake was in this street culture, or this American dream culture. You had the woman being a feminist. See, it wasn't that bad of a thing being a feminist then. But see, now, all right, being a feminist is finna work out. It's finna turn out horrible, man. Why? Because prophecy is important now. The scriptures say, rise up, ye women that are at ease. See, now you can't be at ease anymore in that feminist queen of heaven, promiscuous, getting all the perks of this society because of your looks. And, now we in a time of decision making, man. And your lifestyle is going to either promote favor from Yahweh Shema Shah, or it's going to promote displeasure, man. Well, yep. And it said to promote right there, which the prophets have been what? Promoting. See, the prophets play a big part in magnifying this word, man. You see, to do great things. All right. So yeah, man, this word is being magnified, man. Now it's important. All right. Now let's go back to Isaiah. Let's go back to Isaiah. Read a little bit. Yeah, Lord will, going into Isaiah, the 48th chapter. I plan on going into the rest of it soon. Pretty heavy chapter. All right. This is Isaiah 48:3. Says, I have declared the former things from the beginning, and they went forth out of my mouth. I showed them, I did them suddenly. You see that? Quickly. And they came to pass. And see, things are finna move quick, man. Things are finna move very quickly in the earth, man. Let's get that in Revelation. All right. 16. All right, this is Revelation 16 and 15. It's this Yahushua speaking, said, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth. And what are we watching? The word. We're watching the Yahweh Shema Shah's word, all right, take effect in the earth, man. That's what we're watching. We're watching to see the things written of, man. You see? And keeping his garments, which the garments represents what? Righteousness. Obedience, faith, discipline. Least he walked naked, which the majority of our people are naked, or caught with your pants down, which means what? You're not prepared. All right, they're saying in the world, caught with your pants down. A lot of people not going to be prepared. And see, we're being decked out now. The Most High, through Yahweh, is clothing us now with obedience. You see? It says, and they see his shame. Yeah, and see the judgment. See, a lot of people finna have some embarrassing judgments in the earth, man. You're gonna see a lot of these Instagram models, that had all this surgery. Imagine how they gonna look when the famine hit. They had all this surgery and their upkeep, that it takes to maintain themselves. Imagine how they gonna look, man. But see, that's gonna be the judgment for their lifestyle, and it's gonna be a shame, man. All right, all these tough guy killers. It's gonna be a shame when you see them troops come in and just mow Jake down. These niggas are supposed to be the hardest niggas on the earth. All right, get mowed down like nothing. That's gonna be a shame, man. There's a lot of people finna bear the shame of these lifestyles and their pride, that they, boasted in, man. You see? So this thing gonna come up on people quickly, man. It's gonna be so quick. There ain't gonna be no time for reaction, man. All right, you just gonna be in it. You see, you just gonna be in it. This is Isaiah 48:4. It says, "Because I knew that thou art obstinate, and thy neck is as iron and sinew." And this speaking of Jake, hard headed Jake. All right, and thy brow brass, yeah, hard head, refuse to accept things, you know. So the Most High said, "Look, I gotta deal like this. I gotta tell y'all, then show y'all so y'all can know, all right, that I am He." You see, it says, "I have even," because what Jake saw, I can show you better than I can tell you. You know, there's another saying, and the Most High finna show people better than He can tell them, because He's telling now. But see, He gonna show the earth better than He can tell them, man. It says, "I have even from the beginning declared it to thee. Before it came to pass, I showed thee, least thou shouldest say, my idol have done this." So you can't accredit this, all right, the glory of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah to anything else. Buddha doesn't have these prophecies detailed like this. Hinduism, all right, atheists or whoever, whatever you went to, the ancestors don't go into this with this much detail. All right. It says, "And my graven images," all right, "and my molten images have commanded them." So you can't, equate, all right, these prophecies to any other entity, man, because no other entity has records of these things, man. The Most High preserved His word, you know, just to separate itself from all these other things, man. All right, as the scriptures say, let's get that in Isaiah 42. All right, it's Isaiah 42. All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 7. Verse 8. So like Isaiah 42:8. It says, "I am the Lord Yahweh, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images." See, the Most High is not going to allow, all right, these other doctrines and these other, false deities and, all these false religions to get His glory when it comes to prophecy, man. All right. He's going to get the glory for all these things coming to pass. And that's why it's important that we prophesy in the name of our power. So people can know when these things happen that the prophet's been saying, this is all because of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. All right. And it said, "I am the Lord Yahweh. This is my name, my glory," because even the glory of, us being His people, He's not going to give that glory to anyone else. He's not going to cause another nation to be the sons of God. Yasha Allah. That glory is only reserved for what? All right, His people. Just like His glory of bringing prophecy to pass is only reserved for Him through His Son Yahweh Shai. All right. Verse 9 said, "Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare." See, the flood came to pass. Destruction of Egypt came to pass. The Assyrian captivity came to pass. Transatlantic slave trade came to pass. All right. That first beast, all right, all those beasts in the book of Daniel, chapter 7, all those empires have came. And that last one, all right, that little horn, of that fourth beast is in power now. You see? So all the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare, which is what? That World War III and the MOTB, Jacob trouble. All right. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. You see, I tell you, tell and show. All right. He tells you of these things through the prophets, then He shows. All right. But I'll probably leave it there. Yeah, I'll probably leave it there. Like I said, Lord will, we can go into the rest of Isaiah. Like I said, it's a pretty heavy chapter, Isaiah 48, you know, and we probably can go into it. Get a few out the comment board. This is from the brother Nabala. All right, Virginia Island Straight Gate. This is Numbers 23 and 19. It says, the Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Have he said, and shall he not do it? Or have he spoken, and shall he not make it good? Yeah, so the Most High has spoken it, and he gonna make good on it, man. And see, that what should give us faith, man. We finna win, man. Brothers, just hold on, man. I know this flesh, you know, be craving for particular things, but man, we just gotta hold on, man. We finna get everything we want, brothers, and we gonna get the best of the best. You see, the favor finna be in our court. We finna be the ones with the options around here, man. You know, it's just a thing of waiting, man. And it's gonna be way beyond like even what we can fathom. You see? It's just a thing of waiting. The Most High gonna bring these things to pass, man. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. You know, I gotta we gotta move accordingly to that, man. Move according to prophecy, man. The hell with everything else. Move according to prophecy, man. All right. This from the brother Our Lama War, 144K. This is second Esdras 15 and 1 says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord. All right. Words of prophecy, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. All right. They are faithful and true. Brother, what's that? Isaiah 34 and 16. None of these shall fail. We end on it on that. This second Esdras 15 and 3 said, fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. All right. For the unfaithful, you know, because it doesn't matter about people speaking against the prophecy. All right. Prophecy gonna steamroll everything. It's gonna flatten everything. Prophecy gonna come through and flatten everything in its path, literally. All the scripture, all the elements shall be melt with fervent heat, and that's according to prophecy. Prophecy is going to flat everything, steamroll everything. It don't matter what a nigga opinion is, man. All right. It said, for the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Yeah, prophecy is gonna kill people. You see, you can not believe, you know, don't care about it, but you gonna die. All right. It's not gonna take away from reality. Prophecy is reality. People living in the damn virtual reality right now, man. Pretty much. People like the elder brother Awaram, the elder brother Rakai Kwam. All right. He pretty much said people are already in the metaverse already, you know, because if you believe the narrative of Esau Edom, you're pretty much in the metaverse already. All right. All right, this from the brother El Kazak. All right, this brother Kazak Bun Yahweh the 777 is Isaiah 48 and 6. It said, thou hast heard, see all of this, and will not ye declare it? I have showed thee new things from this time, even hidden things. You see that? The mysteries of the scriptures going to even the Gentiles, the Israelite foreigners. You see? And thou didst know, and thou didst not know them. Yeah. So the Most High showing things that no one knew. All right, because Esau Edom in the let's say Esau Edom, when he first came to power in the 1400s, he didn't know that he would have, you know, the technology that he would have right now. But the Most High talked about the missiles, you know, 2,000 years ago, 3,000, 4,000 years ago. The Most High was speaking of the missiles, but Esau didn't know anything about, all right, missile technology in the 1400s, man. All right. Yep. So we're in here. This the brother Yashima tribe of Judah. Isaiah 34 and 16 says, seek ye out the book of the Lord Yahweh Bashim al Shah and read, which is the Bible. None of these shall fail, none of these shall want her mate. For my mouth it have commanded, and his spirit have gathered them, man. And nothing gonna fail, man. So hey, we finna be good, man. The scriptures say we gonna eat while people starve, man. Why? Because of our obedience now. You see? Center your life around prophecy, man. Make decisions based around prophecy, man. All right, you brothers, you know, you sisters out there, make decisions based off prophecy, man. You know, keep being obedient, keep being humble, man. And that's gonna put us in a position of favor according to the scriptures. All right, be willing to die rather than continue in this society, man. Plug back into the damn matrix, man. You know. So Lord will you brothers and you few sisters are edified. Till next time I say Shalom, Kwam Yashala, Abba DTA soon. All right, we almost out of here, man.